All right, we are live. This is another funny podcast, episode 14. I am your host, Big Lee. This is my co-host.
I'm Brittany. What's up?
And I'm still on the West Coast, but I will be home on Friday, guys. Y'all might be seeing this by
Yay.
Friday, depends. Y'all definitely be home by the time y'all are watching this video. Catch me at home. I'll be there to the 25th. Y'all
What's that, a
catch me
week?
there. Yeah, that's a week. I know I'm gonna be busy. It's a couple people that already want to see me, and I still gotta clean out my apartment and Riri's apartment. But hit me up, man. Pull up on me.
Yeah.
Pull
I'm
up
gonna
on
try to
me.
get up there with you. You gotta like do something with all of us together. So it's like, all right, I check all y'all off the box to get. Hold on, you making a face. It must be some
That's a
girl
lot. I mean, for this week though, if you want to do that within this week of me being here, that's a whole lot because
you can plan to see everybody at one time, so it doesn't seem like you trying to see too many people at two different times.
just pull up on me at either my spot, my mama's spot, or Riri's spot. You don't gotta help move shit. Just pull up on me and say what's up. I'm gonna miss you. I mean, I'm gonna be on the other side of the country, man. You ain't gotta say I'm gonna miss you like I'm dying or something. But just pull up, holla at me, bring some beer, have a beer with me, and then fuck with me for a second before I fly back out here. Because after this, I really don't know when I'll be back. I'm working on getting my car over here, but I don't have to be there to get my car over here. So
do you
I
need
doubt
your
I'll be
car,
going
or you
back.
can continue using like the company vehicles? I mean, I'm pretty sure you want your car. You don't want to be driving around Portland in the van.
Yeah, so those that know me know that my car is part of my juice. I have a pretty nice car, even though I haven't been doing much of the upkeep lately because of depression of my stepdad. That was me and my stepdad's thing working on my car together. So I kind of let the upkeep get down. But it's nothing just a good detail for real. Just a good detail. That's all I need. And I got a crack in my windshield. No, I changed the oil. I've been keeping up on the maintenance, just washing it. Like I haven't really cared about washing it and vacuuming the inside out and stuff like that. And I got a crack in my windshield. But so that's part of my juice. And driving around a wheelchair accessible van, that's no juice. That's
not in a new city.
Nah, that's like you gotta instantly explain that why you have that van.
Mommy van. Like, are you a soccer mom, soccer dad? Like,
and it's wheelchair accessible too. So it's like you really have to explain that instantly. But I would like to have my car out here. That's my juice. And honestly, I don't know if I'll be moving back on the East Coast or not. We gotta see what's up with that. I'm having some fun out here. I did 3 open mics last weekend, 2 in one night, and then Saturday I did one at a golf course, a driving range. Okay. That was pretty cool. Having a lot of fun out here, meeting a lot of people. I got another show coming up on the 28th. Yeah, I haven't got the flyer for that or the location, but somebody reached out for me and asked me that I want to do a show on the 28th, and I told them sure. So
that might be the move for you.
Right. For the Portland people that I met, catch me at my father's place when I get back every Friday in the midnight mic at Funhouse Lounge. That was a fun little place I went to last night. Last week I got some good crowd work going out there.
Yeah, but is they getting any of the DC like type jokes or nah?
Nah, I kind of well, I did it at my father's place, and then somebody they called it. They was like, yeah, you was there for that, and they literally said that in the crowd. I was like, yeah, I was there for that.
That's funny.
But I haven't did the DC sniper joke since my last show because I think it's too far back and that's too far over there. It's certain rooms I do that in DC. And they don't understand the joke, depending on the age. If they're younger, Tati's age.
I just say gentrification or something, but it's
no. It's just the age. If they're younger, like Tati's age, or Tati's 16, but in their early 20s or something, they won't really understand that joke for real. They got to be our age or older to understand that joke. Yeah. I think I might have to drop that from my lineup or do that when I go back home because I'm gonna be doing some open mics back home too this week.
You got a lot planned for the next week.
I'm gonna try to do as much as I can, man. I can rest when I get back to Portland, I suppose.
I suppose.
And on the plane too. I'm gonna do a lot of sleeping on the plane and in the airport and all that other crazy shit. 5-hour flight is wild.
Yeah. And then you got a layover.
I got a layover because I scheduled my flight for at the last minute, so I have a layover, I believe, in Detroit, and then I don't know where my layover is coming back. It's shorter coming back though, but going in my layover is like 4 hours. But that's all they had. That's all they had. Uh, so I got some movies queued up. Super Mario Brothers,
I haven't seen it
Cocaine
yet.
Bear. Gotta watch those two. It was another one that I added. I got some movies queued up, man, and I'm gonna start BMF now that I'm done with Snowfall.
I just started it. Okay, like this, like people should take your black card away. But you know me. I don't watch shows. I don't watch TV.
Right.
So I just started. I think I'm like episode 4 of the first season. So it'll give you some time to catch up because I haven't watched it in a couple of days.
Only reason why I haven't started it is because I was watching Snowfall, and I can't watch two shows like that at the same time. I'm gonna get the characters confused. So
storyline, what's going on?
Right. So I'm done with Snowfall now. I can watch BMF now. I can watch multiple shows at a time. Like I was watching Fresh Prince and Snowfall at the same time, and I was watching Wu-Tang and Snowfall. Shows. But they two different type of shows. You feel me?
Okay, so question about the Wu-Tang. So I was going to start that, right? But I was reading about a lot of Wu-Tang fans, and I know you're a Wu-Tang fan. They haven't watched the show. So what do you think about it? I mean, I know we're getting off topic, but that's what I read. A lot of them was like, I grew up with the music. I just wasn't into the show. I know some of the artists, like Method Man, is saying some of the stories wasn't exactly true. I don't know how much of a part they had in development of the series, but what you think about it?
Yeah, I thought some of the stories you could tell weren't true, and they kind of sort of kicked off the show with like a story that you could be like, "There's no way in hell that's true." But like, once I saw that, I was like, "Okay, they're doing this for entertainment. They're not really doing it for to stay true to the story." So I took it for that. But the documentary that they had was really good as far as if you want to be like go like based off of the history or the timeline. I think the documentary will be best. But I think the show was really good as far as entertainment purposes. It was a really good show. I watched all 3 seasons and enjoyed it. And I think a lot of people had a problem with RZA not actually looking like RZA. And then all the other characters, they did pretty good. Yeah, they did pretty good with all the other characters looking like the person Davies like, playing Method Man.
Was getting on their nerves, and it was just a lot.
Yeah, if you can get past that, it's a pretty good story.
I don't know nothing, so I'll probably just take it for what it is. I don't know much about RZA, but Rihanna's son is named after RZA.
Yeah, I just found that out when I saw the pictures from the birthday party. I didn't know they named him after RZA. I didn't know they named him RZA. But yeah, how you been these past couple weeks? What you been up to?
I guess trying to find my inner child. I got my nose pierced.
Okay.
I got my hair colored.
In your 30s.
Well, I had gotten my nose pierced on this side when I was in my 20s. And I'll just tell you the story. So when I went to go get my nose pierced, I wish he would have counted me in, like gave me some encouragement to get it done. So when he poked me on this side, I jumped, right? So the needle didn't go all the way through. So when he went to put the nose ring in, it was like a corkscrew type nose ring. He was twisting it, and I'm just tears falling just down my neck, everything. And he realized, oh shit, I can't get the earring all the way through. I gotta twist it out. And I'm just like, this is terrible. And then repoke your nose again and then put the nose ring in. So I end up getting like a keloid around it, I guess because all the trauma and stuff. And I end up taking it out. And I always wanted it done again. I was just scared of getting it done. So my good friend Jordan, my carnival friend, she was like, we'll be getting this nose piercing done. We'll be getting this nose piercing done. I'm like, give me until May. So it was like April 30th. And I was like, May is tomorrow. Like, let's schedule this. And so she was she colored my hair. And I was like, let's go afterwards. And she held my hand and supported me through it. But yeah, I was wanted it done. It did. I mean, let me tell you how corny I was. I had like an ice pack of shit trying to numb my nose. She was like, Brittany, you really trying to numb your nose? So I had an ice pack trying to numb my nose and get myself prepared. But by the time I'm sitting there waiting for the piercing guy to come through, it wasn't numb no more. So it was just like what it was. But no, I appreciate the place I went to was called Craig Pokes You in Arlington. Professional. All they do is piercings. And they have a whole bunch of like 14 karat gold piercings and a lot of stuff. like jewelry and stuff that I would prefer. And the guy, I was like, I just want to hug you. He was like, shit, give me a hug. Like he was real friendly, but it was quick. And this isn't a corkscrew. This is just a straight up, like a straight earring. So he didn't have to
Okay.
worry about twisting or anything. And then I think what they used to tell us with piercings is to twist it, and all of that is like fake news. Like you're not supposed to mess with it. You're supposed to let it heal on its own. So I don't think I think the way he pierced it and how everything went, and now that I know I'm not supposed to be touching and messing with it, I should be good going forward. But
Yeah,
yeah, that
I've never gotten anything pierced, so I always ask people, did it hurt? That's
I mean, you
like
got tattoos.
I do got tats. I'm pretty tatted.
Yeah, and I haven't had a tattoo since I was
It's part of
18. I
my
got
juice
two
as
at
well.
18 and I was done. So
Well, yeah, that's true. But I'm just I mean, like the tattoos, they don't go straight through your skin. That's the thing.
that's what
That's
some
the
people
scary
say.
part for piercing for me.
Yeah, that's what some people say. I mean, I've also had laser hair removal. That hurts. It does not feel good. The pain doesn't last that long, but I don't know. I'm different now than what I was at 18. I had two kids, so I'm pretty sure I could probably sit through a tattoo. So I might get some smaller type tattoos, but nothing crazy. I don't
So
know.
you stop getting them because they hurt?
Yeah. Okay. Look, my
No, you're
baby gets
right.
my first tattoo.
This one on
this
my chest hurt like a bitch. This
It
joint
took
right here
like
was
5 minutes and I was shaking the whole time.
this Ali joint right here. And then I think the shading is like up in this area. And bro, I was trying to tell my man, he got to hurry that up, bro. You got to hurry that up, my man. And he didn't even
Yeah.
tell me because he added like lights and stuff. Like Ali was really in the fight, so he added like lights. And he didn't. That wasn't. I didn't agree to that when he first.
Extra shit.
Yeah, he want to have some fun and shit. I'm like, all right, bro, this is hurting a little bit. And then I looked and I'm like, I mean, it looked good, but you didn't tell me that this was what was happening.
Nah, you're right. You gotta hurry this up.
But it looked good though.
Of course.
It definitely looked good. Yeah, go back to the tat man. Get some more tats.
And then the one on my back is like, it was like a Leo flying face with a Leo sign, but I'd rather get it covered up. But I don't know. But I'll probably end up getting real like intricate small type tattoos in the future if I decide.
You said trying to find your inner child, like our first topic,
Mm-hmm.
has been seems like he's been doing out here. Ja Morant. This is not a repeat of our the last time of our last episode, but he has been suspended again
Was it
from
just
all.
the last one that we talked about him, or was it?
I think it was like 2 episodes ago. I think it was the one that I left.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it was like the one that I left. Suspended from all Memphis Grizzly activities indefinitely after flashing a gun on his Instagram live again. Like I said, this is after he was suspended like maybe a month or so again for the same thing. Allegedly, that cost him $40 million, that last suspension. This one could cost him his contract. He could be done. We don't know yet. The commissioner is going to I guess they're going to investigate. Well, yeah, for sure they're going to investigate and get back to us. What do you think, Brittany? Should he be done, or do you think they should give him another chance? And why do you think he's doing this? This is strange. It's some strange behavior.
He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
In the video, you can see his friend try to hide the camera because he realized what was going on. At first, when I saw it, I was mad at his friend. I was like, yo, your friend's got to stop recording. And then I saw it again, and I'm like, he actually tried to save you, bro. You got to stop being crazy. So what do you think?
But like, did you not know that they was on live before you even pulled it out? Like, what was you thinking?
I don't know.
I know what's crazy is I think that he will still play. I don't think they're gonna take his contract away from him, but I think he's gonna have a hefty sentence come next season. I think he's gonna set out for a long time.
Yeah, for those who don't know, the last time that last offense caused him from making the All NBA team because he definitely should have been on the All NBA team, and there have been players who had to vote that said that they didn't vote for him because of the last situation. So.
See what I'm saying? And then now it's like you have a track record, and then you sit up there and act like you wanted to get help. You had this whole PR stunt, which I knew was BS from the beginning. And then I seen that he released a statement, and I don't know how true it is or not, but there were people saying that he had used Chat GPT. So they had just typed in something in Chat GPT, and it came up with the same statement that he had released on Twitter. So I don't know, how true it is or not, but there was some sort of apology that he made. I guess apologizing to his fans and whoever he disappointed once again. I've also seen people on the other side like, oh, the NBA got to stop acting like, people don't come from the hood and this and that. But that's not the point. Like, this is your job. This is your
Right.
job. The NBA has an image to protect.
Right.
It is in your contracts. You know what you should be doing, what you should not be doing.
Morality clause.
It's like anybody else who got a job. I got a damn job. I got a clearance. I can't be going out here doing stupid stuff and then, acting like I can go to my job and be like, oh, I didn't know, or oops, y'all gave me a chance before and give me another chance again, please. So he should have known better. And can't nobody take his side no more and back him up on this again.
Do you think the Grizzlies are going to trade him or get rid of him? You think he's still going to play for the same team?
I don't think that's their call. I think they could.
They could
I
trade
think
him.
they could trade him, but like, is there?
He'd be easy to trade because not making that All NBA team, he's not eligible for a supermax now or for like the max contract because he didn't make that All NBA team. So his contract will be easy to trade.
Yeah, and I think because you're considered a risk now, so why would we even have to deal with you?
Yeah. It's just would another team be willing to take that risk?
I think so. We see it all the time with NFL and NBA players in the past. I think so.
Yeah, they'd be hoping that that like a veteran player can kind of take them under the wing. Like the Eagles kind of did that in the draft. We drafted this player who totaled a track hawk while he was at the combine. Like one of the nights after the combine, he was speeding and totaled his track hawk, and he lied to the cops and said that he wasn't driving, and he was driving. And I think that we just found out that his license was suspended. But the hopes is that we can draft him, and we got a couple veterans on the defensive line that they want to, kind of get around him and steer him the right way. That's what these teams be hoping. So yeah, they probably could find a NBA team with like some veterans, that can pick him up for a little bit of money since he's not eligible for the max now.
Yeah, and it would be. I'm sure he has mentors. His damn daddy. I mean, I'm sure he got people in his corner, but they not with you 24/7. They not picking your friends. They not choosing who you supposed. And he ain't no kid. He's not no minor.
No,
he's a
23.
grown man. 23, but he young. But we can't keep using that excuse either. He's a grown man.
Nah, we can't. I can't use that excuse this time, man. Like, there's no reason for you to be pulling guns out like that and playing with guns. Like, I don't know. I was always raised that a gun isn't a toy; it's a tool. That's something that my stepdad used to tell me. So
there's no reason for you to be
playing around with guns, flashing them, putting them to your head. Like, what I'm saying? That's not cool to do at all. I'm not sure what's up with him or why he's doing this. Some people say he's trying to self-sabotage his career. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, you're making millions of dollars. Why would you want to do it on purpose? I don't know. This is weird. This is weird behavior. It's just weird behavior. I don't know what to say.
Young boy, that's who he was listening to.
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know enough about NBA Young Boy to blame him. So I don't want to blame him. I think he's going to get suspended for the entire season next year. And if the Grizzlies make the playoffs, he can come back in the playoffs, I believe. But I do not see Ja Morant playing at all next year. I don't have any inside information. I don't know anybody in the NBA. But just based off of my prediction and how they handle situations like this, back to back, that quick.
Yeah. And it's like, well, what type of help was you getting? I mean,
right. They're gonna sit him down and let him get some real help.
Yeah.
And
you gotta make an example out of him too.
After that, you know what I'm saying? If he can come back, that'll be one of the most miracle stories in basketball history for real. But I don't see him playing next year. Can't see it happening. And then after, the Grizzlies probably will release him, or maybe he can find another team.
Damn. Well, what you think about the finals? Well, not finals, but the playoffs so far.
Yeah, the conference finals. It's been some really good games. I did not expect this from the Lakers. I owe some Laker fans an apology. I was talking a lot of trash about them before they made the playoffs. I'll reach out to them personally and apologize.
I think I know who you're talking about. That's funny.
Yeah, super impressed with the Lakers. And Jokic, Denver. I still
Hmm.
think Denver is going to beat the Lakers, and
I think so.
I think Jimmy Butler is gonna win and against the Celtics. I think Tatum and them just too young out there.
Mm.
I think they too
I
young.
mean, as close as the series was with the Sixers, it could, phew,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah. But it's been really good. But I got to take the Heat, and I got to take the Heat and Denver in the finals. I'm so happy. So you can sports bet out here, but they only use FanDuel or something like that. They only use
Hmm.
one sports book, and I use MGM back home. Only reason why I use MGM because there was the MGM casino right there. That was it. There's no real
Oh,
reason
okay.
for me to use MGM. I have no other reason. But
Hmm.
I didn't want to open a FanDuel account out here because I didn't want to keep uploading my card information to different accounts. So I haven't been sports betting out here, which is probably good because I would have lost a lot of money on the Lakers. I'd have lost everything on that Golden State series, boy. I'd have lost it all.
Yeah.
So that's probably a good thing that I haven't been sports betting out here.
Yeah, I've been watching that. I actually didn't finish the game last night, the Lakers game. So did they come back and win?
No, they
Okay,
brought it
okay. I was
close.
gonna say, damn.
They got it close, but they didn't come back and win. I was watching that game on and off at the gym, and then I watched pretty much the fourth quarter when I got home.
Okay.
Kind of had it like on in the background in the gym. I had it like on in the headphones while I was lifting,
Yeah,
listening to it.
yeah. So it should be good though. It should be good.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So what you got?
A couple political issues going on. The first one is New York Representative George Santos. He was indicted on May 10th on 13 federal charges, including wire fraud, money laundering, theft of public funds, and lying to Congress.
Mm.
So, um, most of the public has known about George Santos, and I don't even know if that's his real name.
He's an
Because of like,
android.
we don't know who he is. We don't know much about him. But for those who don't know, I do want to run down some of the lies that he has told and how we have gotten here. And I just can't believe that a representative of the government has told all these lies and became a politic. It's crazy. So some of the things he lied about in the past, um, federal prosecutors they accused Santos of defrauding political supporters while running for Congress last year. He had allegedly laundered donated campaign funds through personal accounts, which he ended up buying luxury designer clothing. He made credit card payments with it. He had paid off some personal debts and then also transferred a lot of the money to his associates. So he didn't use it for the actual campaign.
Mm-hmm.
He has lied to Congress allegedly on his financial disclosure form. So when you get in certain positions within the federal government, you have to disclose certain things. Um, and in those statements, they were inaccurate between May 2020 and September 2022. None of this stuff matched up. He also lied about where he went to high school and college. He had
He does not have a college degree at all.
Yes, he later told New York Post that he didn't graduate from any institution of higher
None.
learning, and then also the high school that he said he went to, they said they don't have no record of him attending, and then it has been stated that he actually got a GED later on.
Oh, I didn't know that part. So look, guys, you don't have to have a high school degree for nothing. Don't let them
Nothing
lie
at
to you.
all. Nothing at
Don't let them
all.
lie to you, man.
You
Don't let them lie to
can
you.
you can put whatever you want on your resume if you got the right skin color.
Right.
And they'll believe you. He never worked on Wall Street either. So his campaign bio has stated that he worked at Goldman Sachs and Citigroup, but representatives from both of the companies has said they have no record of his employment with any of them. Congress has no idea where any of his money has came from because some of the jobs that he said that he had in the past, those firms did not confirm that he had worked with any of them anyways, and said that a lot of his information on his resume was bogus. Um, There was $700,000 of his own money that he sent to his campaign, his own campaign, but nobody knows where the money came from. So they don't even know if the money is legit or not. What else is going on? Oh, he lied about an animal charity that he had helped set up. So he said that he had a foundation called Friends of Pets, saving 2,500 dogs and cats between 2013 and 2018 under a different name, Anthony DeVolder, which I think is like his mom's maiden name or something. So that's why I said I don't even know if his name is George Santos.
He don't even look like an Anthony.
He looks like Anthony, but he also looks like the name Santos. But I don't know. That
He
sounds
look
a little
like a
bad.
George. Like he looks like a George, man.
He
A Jacob, maybe. Jacob.
Yeah, I can see a Jacob. He allegedly swindled a disabled vet whose dog was dying. So he set up a GoFundMe, which ended up raising over $3,000 for the surgery, and the man never got the money, and they don't even know what happened to it.
$3,000 not even a lot of money to take from a homeless man, bro. That's crazy.
And more news, his marriage. So when he was running his campaign, and he said his campaign bio, he discussed a husband that he had lived with in Long Island, along with 4 dogs, but he never appeared on the campaign trail with his partner. And then also, he never had a marriage record in New York, in the state of New York, and he didn't have a wedding ring when he arrived at the house in January. But the only thing they could recover was that he did have a marriage to a woman from 2012 to 2019. So maybe he was using that, just to kind of appeal to the.
So he might not even be gay.
He might not even be gay, but he might have been
gay.
trying to appeal to that group of people for the sake of votes. He's also lied about. Well, I wouldn't say lie. I would say it's unclear if his mother's death was related to 9/11. So in the past, he was saying that his mom worked in the South Tower, and she had ended up dying from cancer years later due to, I guess, inhaling, the different types of things during the September 11 attack. But two genealogists have found documents showing that his mother was in Brazil during September 2001. And then she didn't apply for a visa to come into the country until 2003. And then she wrote in that document when she applied that she hasn't visited the country since 1999. He's also said that he had grandparents who survived the Holocaust, but there's no sign of Jewish or Ukrainian heritage and no indication of a name change along the way. He said that he also lost 4 employees in the Orlando Pulse nightclub shooting in 2016, but none of the 49 victims at the Orlando club work for any of the companies he has named in his biographies. And it's a bunch of other stuff that this man has lied about. So so he was released on a $500,000 bond while leaving courthouse. Santos said he has no intention of resigning.
Yeah,
So,
and
he
thinks that he's still going to be voted in, or what do you think? You think he's still going to be voted in?
So I think there is some representatives that aren't on his side. Like they're just like, this is crazy. We got all this, evidence and history that this man is not who he say he is. So I don't think so. But you got to be a sick individual to just be lying about all these, historical events, the Holocaust, and shootings and 9/11. And
it seems like he picked out every single traumatizing event and tried to put himself in it.
Everything except for Pearl Harbor. I'm surprised he didn't know about that.
Every single traumatizing event that he was alive for. I'm surprised he didn't be like, yeah, the sniper tried to recruit me too.
Right, or like I was in Boston during the marathon bombing and all types of other stuff.
I was a towel boy at Penn State.
Yeah.
He tried to put himself at everything, bro.
If it was one of us,
yeah,
they would have caught us a long time ago. We wouldn't even got this far.
Nah. They doing the thorough background check on us. The thorough background check on us. Super thorough. Black folks. That just shows you the privilege, I would suppose. Not to get all all political here, even though it's a
I
it's
know
a
because they
political
don't like us
conversation.
to bring race into everything.
But there it is, man. There it is. All right, that just proves to you. I bet if you go through, we don't. It ain't many black people in black politicians, period. But I bet if you go through every one of them, ain't there one of them lied about not a thing because y'all gonna background check everything.
Everything.
Y'all gonna
I mean,
background check everything.
even when I got my clearance, I had an interview before I was officially given my clearance. Now, sometimes you can just get your clearance without actually having an interview, but I had a interview, and it was like, oh, because I was young. Why you ain't pay this Comcast bill? Why, why you got this situation here? And it wasn't even that bad. Like,
Right, like why
yeah.
does this
So
matter for the job?
because it's like if you
Yeah,
don't pay your bills, we think you're gonna take money from the United States government or take bribes from other countries to pay your bills. But clearly, Santos has done a lot.
has like, clearly he might not even be a real person. Like he could have lied about his sexuality. It's crazy.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's
I don't
crazy.
know who if he is who he say he is. I don't even know if that's his name because that is his mother's last name. Um, yeah, it's crazy. The jury found Donald Trump sexually abused Ejon Carroll in a civil case and awards her $5 million.
5 million.
So, allegedly, in the luxury department store of what was it, Bergdorf Goodman, I think. In spring of 1996, Carroll had alleged that Trump raped her and then defamed her when he denied her claim. He said that she wasn't his type. It suggested that she made up the story to boost the sales of her book. So she did come out with some of this information in the book that she released. He had denied all wrongdoing, and he does not face any jail time as a result of a civil verdict.
Mm-hmm.
So the jury did find Trump sexually abused her, but the information I guess presented in the case wasn't sufficient enough to hold him liable for battery, and the jury did not find that he or Carol and her attorneys was able to prove that he had raped her.
Right.
So Carol had ended up filing a lawsuit because everybody's probably like, well, it was in spring of 1996. How did we get here? Yada yada. So the New York had the state of New York, sorry, had came up with a New York State Adult Survivors Act, which was a state bill that opened a look back window for sexual assault allegations with long expired status limitations. So statute limitations. Oh, sorry. So I think once they did that, she was able to file a case underneath this Survivors Act, and
Mm-hmm.
then that's how we got to the situation now. So, what do you think about this verdict? Do you think it's going to hurt his, presidential campaign that he's planning to run in 2024? This does not stop
I
him from holding the seat. It is a civil suit, I will say.
yeah,
It's not a criminal suit. So,
I think this is going to get the ball rolling for other lawsuits.
hmm
I already got well, not heard. We all know that he has several other lawsuits and other situations in other states. So I think this is
yeah.
going to get the ball rolling. But this particular situation, nah, I don't think it's going to really affect him much. He's just going to pay the money. If he stops talking about it, his supporters didn't believe
hmm
that he did it to begin with. So
hmm
this ruling isn't going to change how they feel about it. But I do
hmm
think it's going to get the ball rolling in other situations, and that might affect his presidential run, especially if it could be some jail time or something like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I do. I think the same. And then also a lot of other, I guess, GOP, politicians, they haven't even spoke out about this. I think because they're afraid to upset his fan base
Mm-hmm.
and his potential voters because
Mm-hmm.
that could take away,
Their
what the
voters.
Republican exactly. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna hurt him. I just think it's just something else. It's like, okay, yeah, that's what he's doing. It's just he's just gotten away with so much.
Yeah, yeah, somewhat. Like you said, he's gotten away with so much, but this may get the ball rolling. To the end of the Trump era. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but this mark my word, this might be the start, man. This might be the start. And then after a few years of indictments and court and civil cases and stuff, he end
You
up
end up like
broke
Bill
or something.
Cosby.
End up like Bill Cosby and broke. I mean, his money got to run out eventually, right? Like he can't just keep paying people millions of dollars. Eventually, the money got
I
to run
mean, if
out,
he
right?
ain't paying taxes and then finding all these tax loopholes, he might got it, or he might have to just sell off a bunch of businesses and stuff like that to recoup some of the costs.
Yeah, and then lawyer fees, court fees, none of that is cheap.
Yeah, I know that's eating his ass up.
Yeah, none of that. Them lawyers, boy, them lawyers, crazy, man.
Right.
So yeah, I think maybe this might be the beginning to the end, but we'll see. But this is the question of the week that everybody has been going on. Would you
Hmm.
date the bus driver if he did not own the bus? Ebony K. Williams said no. She
Hmm.
wants him to own the bus.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and
Run the
share the
clip.
clip.
Let's see.
But I do want you to speak, Ayanla, to how women need to, I don't know, position ourselves so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build. When some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we talked about. They're not earning the incomes, they're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if
a
he
bus
owns
driver?
the bus? If he owns
No.
it, if he owns the bus,
See, that's a
Ayanla.
problem. That's a problem. That's a problem.
Okay.
Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus driver. But we think that it's another human being's responsibility to give us what we need instead of us building together. I could build with a bus driver. I'd have my little stash over on the side in my prenup, but I could build with a bus.
So pretty much Ebony K saying, she's like, why would I even do a prenup? She skipped the prenup, maybe. I don't know. Let me not put words in her mouth. How you feel? Would you date? I know you married and everything, but would you date the bus driver?
I'm with Ebony on this one. I will probably not date the bus driver. I'm not gonna lie. I think that for women, especially I'll just speak from myself. So I'm educated. I have an undergrad degree. I have a graduate degree. I make six figures. I bought a house before I was married. All these kind of things, and I built myself to get there because I wasn't always that. I was a single mom and going to school and working three different jobs and all that kind of stuff. I can build with somebody like Ayana said, but I'm not. I think at a certain point you gotta bring it up. You gotta come meet me here. I'm not looking to be taken care of. I don't need a super provider like where I'm just not doing anything and then you're carrying the workload. I want a partner. I want a partnership. But if my income right is providing me a certain lifestyle and your income. Let's say, I'm not saying bus drivers don't make no money, and I'm not saying that hey, he can't have a million in the bank, and he also wants to go out here and drive a bus because he could do that very well. But generally, we're speaking of a certain caliber of people. I don't want to feel like I'm always lifting you up and always carrying you with me. As women, it just does not feel good. We don't feel comfortable doing that, and I think that if people actually watched the entire video, it was a deep conversation and you would understand where Ebony was coming from because it was a lot that conversation built upon. How she explained that there's so many women like we are leading when it comes to education. We are leading when it comes to being black women, being the breadwinners in our families, and the dating pool is just not out there to meet the amount of women that have those type of accomplishments and accolades. So
Yeah,
I have my preference, and my preference would not be to date a bus driver.
I feel like
How you
that's
feel as a man?
no, I feel like that is Ebony's. I feel like that's her preference. I also have my preferences as well. I'm not gonna share them because y'all not about to cancel me on this joint again. Nah, hell no. Y'all, they already tried to. No. I will share part of mine because I did on Instagram. I did on Instagram a few months ago, y'all, when I posted the girl that didn't have her license and I didn't want to date her. I told her politely and respectfully that I wasn't interested in dating girls that didn't have a driver's license, and y'all drug me through the mud all over Instagram for that. So I'm not doing that. But that is a preference of mine. I prefer for my woman to have a driver's license in a car. Do I have a driver's license in a car? Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. So I can ask for that.
I mean,
you feel me?
At this big age, right?
Hey,
we should
look,
be out here walking on feet.
I'm not here to tell nobody what they can or can't do. I'm just here to tell you what I want. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I know exactly what I want in a woman. And if you're interested, hit me. I tell you if you meet the qualifications. And apparently Ebony know what she wanted in a man, and if she don't want to date the bus driver, that's cool. You know, it's people out here that will date you.
Her circle of people that she probably associates with wouldn't be the typical blue collar type jobs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that those people aren't important in society, because they definitely make the world go round. When we went through the whole COVID times, it was people like that kept the world going. Mm-hmm. A lot of the essential workers and stuff. But I think from Ebony's perspective, she's has her law degree. I don't know if she's actually passed the bar and is actually practicing, but she has a law degree. She's been on TV. She's prior Real Housewives of New York, I believe. So she probably makes a nice coin, and she's in these environments that, hey, if I'm going out to dinner here and I want to treat myself to this, well, I expect the man to be able to treat me or treat his damn self to it, you know? Right. If I want to go and spend, $200 on a dinner, it shouldn't be, well, babe, I got $20 for dinner all the time. Like, it's just, So I get it. But she could have said it. Tone is everything.
Yeah, that's true. The way you talk to people.
And the way you explain it. But I think that people just didn't look at the entire clip, because it was just like, would you date a bus driver? If he owns the bus, and they ran with it.
And even still, you got it. You can't. My thing is, I don't feel like you can just be out here dating anybody. You gotta set some standards or something to know what you want, to know what you want or what you're looking for. Again, you married, so you don't have to worry about this. But me, I'm just it's certain situations that it's just like, it's not even worth my time of going on a date with you. You feel me? Because it's not something that I'm interested in dating. And if that's what she wants to do, then that's fine. If the bus driver ain't somebody she interested in dating, then that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
I mean, Ayala even talked about a prenup, and people get messy about that.
She's also 39 years old and single, so maybe she might want to try.
Ayala is older in age, and she might be like, you know what? I'll just take anybody right now that make me happy, because I got my own coins.
Right.
Like, I'm still trying to build, okay?
Right. You know what I'm saying? So
they had two different times in their life right now. And Ayala has been married, I think, and divorced twice, if I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but I feel like she's been married and divorced twice. And I also think that I read somewhere, I could be wrong, that those men, she kind of carried them as well. And that probably could have been a reason why they're not together today. Because you don't always want to carry a man like a child.
Moral of the story, find the right person for you and the right relationship for you. And if it ain't the bus driver, then so be it. Don't care. Don't worry about what nobody else got to say about it. That's you. You the one that got to date that person or marry that person or whatever.
Right. I mean, yeah, it is.
On the hip hop list, the top 10 hip hop beats list that just dropped. Who made this list? Who mans is this? Oh,
So
that's
Spotify
Spotify.
released a 50 greatest hip hop beats of all time.
Is this AI generated or did people vote on this?
What you? That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's funny. AI generated. So I don't, and I was wondering, like, is this based off of like statistics of people playing the songs all the time, or
Right. That's what I was asking when I said AI generated. Like, is it based off of plays or like how many playlists it shows up in or something like that? Like, or did actual people sit here? And then now, if that's the case, I want to know who these people are to see their credentials.
Right. Look up who probably is the majority of some type of board at Spotify, and I'll probably answer the question right there. So I mean, so what do you think? Okay, so most people only saw the top 10.
That's all I
Still
saw.
Dre, Shook Ones, Grinding, Who Shot You, A Millie, Power, All About the Benjamins, Still Tipping, Sicko Mode, and Get Your Freak On. So we could talk about that, and then we can go through the list. But what do you think about the top 10?
I mean, there's a few joints in there that's that's okay. Like my favorite hip hop beat of all time is "You Don't Know" by Jay-Z, done by the other producer. Him and Kanye did the Blueprint.
Is it on the Blueprint 1 or 2?
Blueprint 1. And him and Kanye were the producers on the Blueprint. And Just Blaze.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I know Neptunes did most of the Blueprint too.
Yeah. Him and Just Blaze did "You Don't Know." That's my favorite hip hop beat of all time. I don't see it up here, but they do got some bangers on here. Cream is tough. Throw Some D's is tough. Still Dre is tough. I think Grinding is on there just because it was a lunchroom classic.
If we're talking like Neptune's beats, I don't think that's even the best beat.
Nah. Who Shot You isn't even my favorite Biggie song. It's not even like top 3 favorite Biggie songs to me. I'm sorry. Sky's the Limit is my favorite Biggie song. It's my favorite. It's my favorite hip hop song of all time. Not my favorite beat. Like I said, "You Don't Know" is my favorite beat, but "Sky's the Limit" is my favorite hip hop song of all time.
Yeah, I feel like even with Power, I would replace Power with All of the Lights. I like that production better, but then there's some tough ones by Kanye too out there over Power.
Yeah. You can put pretty much any beat on "Watch the Throne," maybe.
Yeah. I was just thinking of
"Niggas in Paris" should be over Power.
Not niggas. Well, "Niggas in Paris" is on here. It's number 14.
It should be over Power though. It should be in front of Power.
I'm so mad at myself. What is the one? Something your hands, got your hands, get your hands. Oh,
I was looking at the Busta Rhymes joint. What you talking about?
There was a one on the Watch the Throne album. The Neptunes have produced it. Whatever, forget about it.
I'm shocked to not see Pharrell or the Neptunes. Oh yeah, Clips. Okay, I was about to say I'm shocked to not see them on there.
But Nori's Nothing beat, even though I don't really prefer the songs, I just feel like somebody else could have did that beat justice. But that's one of my favorite Neptune beats.
Yeah.
And then like Lil Wayne and Millie, I think "Let the Beat Build" was a better song on the Carter 3 album than
I like
Millie.
Mr. Carter.
Yeah, that's a Kanye West beat, "Let the Beat Build."
Yeah, I like
Mr. Carter. I'm not sure who the producer was on that one.
Nah, but I like that. That was one of my favorite beats. So that's one of my favorite songs on that album, to be honest.
Okay. What you think about "Sicko Mode"?
I think that's overrated. I ain't gonna say that's overrated. I'm gonna say that song didn't age well. Like I'm not playing "Sicko Mode." It's on my gym playlist. It's not even one of my go-to.
I usually skip it when it does come on. Yeah. Like my list on Spotify, I usually skip it. I actually don't. It's the album aged well. But
it didn't. But that could be because of his situation. Because of his situation at his little show. I don't know. But I think that's overrated. It's on my gym playlist, but it's not like something that I gotta go to get me going in the gym. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't.
So we go down the list. We got Big Pimpin'. I'm gonna go over to the 21 through 40. What you think about this?
Okay, Flavor, it's pretty.
I thought the Some Cut beat was dope because I don't know if you heard the story. Lil Jon had told about it. Yeah, how they was rocking in a chair, and that's how they got the. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean, back then that's how you had to. You couldn't really like make sounds like you can back then, like now. Not to say back then like it was a long time ago, but you know. Hey man, Camp Low got to be higher than that, man. That's a
think
go-to
so too.
song
That's a
right there.
classic.
Yeah,
That is
a
a
go-to.
classic.
Leo
I like
King,
Electric Relaxation. That's one of
Liquid
my
Swords.
favorite songs by a tribe called Quest. I just think the loop on it, I think it was like a 3 different type loop. I'm not a producer, so I'm probably wrong, but it was just a different loop that they played. Normally not done by other tracks around that time. So that was something different there.
Not Mask Off. All right, you can get that off the list.
Mask Off even over March Madness.
Yeah, you can get that off the list altogether.
Yeah.
and even over any of the joints off of What a Time to Be Alive. Like that joint, that the production on that joint was pretty serious. Okay. Juvenile, huh? Not back that ass up. Not for the 99 to 2000.
I do like Chief Keef's I Don't Like. I thought that beat was tough.
Yeah. Mad City from Kendrick Lamar. That was a pretty tough beat. Okay, down for my niggas.
I think there was some other Kendrick Lamar beats that could have been up here, but it's just so many. When we're talking about like the greatest of anything, it's just hard to even determine because everybody got different tastes of music.
Right. Yeah, and hip hop is so broad. Like, and you know, like some people might have wanted more. I guess you could say conscious or neo. They used to call it neo soul back in the day. Some people might have wanted some more
conscious type rappers on there and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
Like some comment or something.
I'm sure there's a bunch of like underground artists that probably have better beats than some of the most popular, artists that are on mainstream record labels and stuff. So
yeah,
I'm sure some people probably want to see some other Jay-Z type beats on there.
Definitely was looking for You Don't Know. I'm about to go turn that on in the gym. That's one of my go-to songs. It gets me going. It's the beat and the lyrics though, because I feel like Jay was going hard on that joint, but
Now, I mean, is he one of your favorite hip hop artists?
Oh yeah, he's definitely top 3, probably.
Top 3.
Yeah.
Who's other 2?
Y'all not about to get me canceled for that again. That's my favorite thing to say on here. Y'all not about to get me canceled on my hip hop.
I be putting you in a tough spot.
Yeah, they not. Nah, I got the 3, but like y'all not about to get me canceled on my third person. I know how y'all be shitting on my boy.
All right, give me another. Give me another one. I ain't gonna get you this.
Nah, I said my top 3 is MJ and Nas in no particular order.
Okay.
And then it will probably be a bit like Biggie and other stuff.
Oh, I thought you was gonna throw like Wale up there as a.
Nah, Wale would be in the top 10.
DMV native.
Nah, Wale definitely top 10, but I would probably round out the top 5 with Biggie and Jadakiss.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite hip hop beat of all time. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that.
You don't know Jay-Z. Just please.
I'll go and listen to it because I ain't gonna sit here and fake like I know, but I'll go and listen to it. But I do think that my favorite producer of all time is Pharrell Neptunes.
That is a good choice. My favorite producer of all time is Dr. Dre, just because of how long he's been doing it, since before I was born. And I still listen to NWA. NWA is a go-to in the gym as well. Fuck the police to get me going. I'm telling you. Fuck the police gets the blood going, bro. Express Yourself. That's a good gym song for me as well. Express Yourself. NWA.
I think what it is my mama, she was strict as hell. I guess she tried to do better with me and my little sister. So we didn't even listen to music, like hip-hop music, hell, R&B until I probably was sneaking to listen to it at like 5, 6. So a lot of the early hip hop songs I didn't grow with unless I went back and listened to it and stuff. But like R&B, yeah, I listened to that stuff.
Yeah,
my mom was just trying to have us listen to church music.
My mom was cool if it was edited, but I didn't want to edit it. I would always trick my grandmother into buying me the unedited. And if my mom caught me, she would break them or throw them away. But I would sneak. And then the burning CD era came, and she just couldn't keep up because I would just burn another one. The same day she broke it, I would go burn another one. She couldn't keep up.
Damn.
Yeah, she couldn't keep up. Yeah, I know.
I
Yeah,
know there was times when I was listening to like Lil Jon or something in middle school. My mom be like, "What are you listening to?" I'm like, nothing.
yeah. My mom threw the Marshall Mathers LP out the car window. Like just
Yeah.
threw that joint out the window while we were driving because that was too that and then Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood by DMX.
Hmm.
She threw
Hmm.
that joint out the window too. She wasn't
Yeah, we
playing with
used to be listening to that
that.
joint.
She
I
was
remember
not
being
playing with that.
young and hearing my cousins was listening to that shit. I mean, a lot of songs I would hear from my older sister when she was, because my sister is 17 years older than me. My brother is 15 years older than me, something like that. But yeah, I would hear like my sister was Tupac ride or die fan. So I would
Mhm.
hear like songs and stuff. She when we was younger, she used to listen to it in her room and shit. But that was like the only time I would hear some stuff. Or if I'm with my brother when I was younger, I would hear a lot of the music then. Yeah, we shouldn't have listened to that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say we shouldn't have, because that was our music, that was our culture. But we got to do. I think we
Not at like 5 and 6 years old.
maybe not the cursing, but we gotta do a better job of we gotta separate the music from reality. I think my
Hmm.
family did a good job of explaining that this is just music and this is real
Yeah,
life to me.
yeah,
So that's why I was able to listen to Eminem and DMX and think of it more so as entertainment than actual real
right.
life. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, now that I'm older, I'm realizing that DMX might have been doing some of the stuff that he was rapping about. But back then,
He
I
probably
I
was.
thought DMX was like I thought he was just a rich guy rapping about being in the streets and being in the hood or whatever like that.
Did
Now that
you?
now that I'm that's what I thought when I was little. I thought there's no way that this dude could be touring and selling out, what I'm saying, stadiums and then
Hmm.
going back and selling drugs and killing people. I didn't think it was possible.
I
Now that I'm older,
mean, yeah, because people. I mean, there are some people that ain't really living how they rap it, and then you got some people that's trying to live out the rap lyrics, like in the streets, because that's what their favorite rapper done said. So, and they ain't even
yeah.
living like that. But Rick
Yeah.
Ross.
Now that I'm older and
Um,
I see, how contracts was working back then, I'm like, yeah, they probably was robbing him for all of his money, so he was going back to the hood to rob niggas for all of their money. You feel me?
So that was
So
something I was talking about this past weekend. We was watching like playing on Mother's Day. We was doing a brunch, but we was cooking and stuff and we was listening to the Vivo videos and it was just playing like a lot of like old school hip hop videos. So it was Wu Tang, it was Flavor in Your Ear, like different, songs. And I was like, these rappers wasn't making a quarter, a fraction of the money that they making nowadays, but they were still producing these videos and still putting them together. It was still in the hood because they had to be. Cause that's how they was still making
yeah,
money while they was trying to, do these rap careers. Cause they not pulling in
yeah,
millions like they was today.
yeah. It wasn't until I watched that TLC documentary that everybody has seen, and when they were talking
Yeah.
about how their managers at first was doing them, and that's when I realized, like, dang, bro, like these artists probably was still broke while they were selling millions of records only because of corrupt managers and stuff like that. You feel me?
Right. They getting
So yeah,
pennies.
and then NWA the same thing. It's plenty of there's plenty of stories in music, all around music, hip
Yeah.
hop, all types of music of corrupt managers stealing artists' money. So
Yeah.
yeah, now that I'm older, I realized that it was different. But as a kid, I didn't think I might have been naive, but I didn't believe any of the shit that Eminem was saying about his mother. I thought it was just to sell records, and it was to sell records.
It,
He might
it,
have a
it was
legit
once
beef
you
with his
found out
mom.
later on. Right.
Yeah,
But it
yeah,
wasn't what it
yeah.
was. Same thing with his
No,
baby
no, no,
moms.
no. I just thought it was entertainment. I thought it was a character, and and I thought that he
No,
could
I
rap
thought
cool
that
and
shit was
fast, so I
real.
was a
I was
fan.
like, this white boy is crazy. I thought it was real, but
Thought it was a character, and I feel the same way about a lot of artists now. I feel like that about Cardi B. I do not feel like Cardi B acts the way that Cardi B acts on TV and in public when she's at home with her husband. I feel like as soon as that camera flips on, she becomes Cardi B, and when that joint go off and she with her family, she's a
I think she
completely
was.
different
I
person.
think she's. So I think that she used to be like that 24/7, and
Mm-hmm.
then I think now that she had kids and stuff, it changed her. So I think that she can still turn it on, but I don't think she's like that anymore because yeah, she's a mommy now, and she's
Yeah.
trying to do better with hers and not show them that type of stuff. Like I think there was like a video of her when her daughter had came into the studio and it was a song of her rapping some explicit lyrics and she turned the song off. So
Yeah.
she don't even want her kids to even see that side of her. Not that they can't when they grow up, but I guess you can have conversations with them then at that time. But I definitely
Yeah.
think she's grown. I think she definitely was who she was
Yeah.
a while ago. And then
Only rapper I feel like that stuck like that who actually him is Boosie. Like Boosie really think like that. Boosie really think the way he think. That nigga need help, man. But yeah, man, that's all we got for this episode. You got anything you want to plug?
Nah, just Instagram and Twitter, Itty Bitty Britty, and my photography page, BSD Imagery.
All that. Follow, like, share, subscribe. I'm at Big Lee with 3 underscores at the end on all social media. Follow my IG to find the details of the show on the 28th. I don't have them yet, but when I get them, I will be posting them on there. Y'all catch me next week. I'm flying home Friday. It'll be like midnight when I land, but if anybody up over there, hit me. If not, pull up on me Saturday morning. I'll be at my apartment cleaning stuff out. Until next time, that's it. Stay funny, folks.